opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Inside, it's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for space, it's Hill. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it. Looking to the big tight end.
The short hands, it's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Ducks are flying down the field. Sends it back in motion. Moore. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. At the 35, he's open. There he goes down the right side. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeye. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Jackson. Bust through behind his pad. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Say it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Back's looking for the goal line. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down.
And I like when offenses understand, man, when I get down here in this part of the field really shrinks in the red zone. Get the ball to your playmaker, and sometimes he'll make things happen. And he did there. Got a nice game, didn't get in the end zone. Now your decision. What do you want to do on 4th down?
Making side adjustments here. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6.
And I know that wasn't a big game, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Moore with the play fake. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
Snags it, and he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Davison.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
And it's picked for the 4th time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
They give it to him again. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
Makes the grab and room to run. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Caught! And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of a quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here's Sayin to throw. Touchdown, Ohio State. Middle of the end zone, he's got it.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out. Stopped at the 13. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency. There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Catch in the middle. It's hooked. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the red zone, it's Davison. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
If you're a fan of old school running the rock, you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders, they're looking over to the sideline, looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Ducks! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Lining up for the PAT. Oh, and he just mishit it. Didn't have a chance. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight end now in motion. Finding open areas. Makes it past the marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
from the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Tosses it incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Julian saying to throw. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Oh, what a move to get open. Caught, and he's got room. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Caught on the left sideline. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Throwing, say it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
To the air, it's Sayin. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
Number 96, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Davison. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Moore to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lets it fly. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Trying to get behind the defense. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
3rd and short like that on your own.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. More to throw for it on 4th down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Julian with the play fake. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Say it. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Sweet cut there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
With defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Say it. Going for it all. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. The run inside. It's Davison. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack.
Makes the grab in their space. looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Got him downfield. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but
looking for the end zone. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dante Moore. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Gore from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Zayin. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. He's got an open man. Lots of room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game.
Coming out with it, it's Hill. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? And he is out of bounds at the 2, but man, oh man, does he have his team set up. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's Zayin to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Still makes the catch, and he's free. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
He'll field the punt. He's got great speed. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. 1 more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He lets one fly deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Throw it, say it. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
48, Oregon, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Pulls it in. It's hooked. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Buckeyes. Took it all the way back to the house.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
55, Oregon, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davison. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the